arrest me. I don't want us to have it. I told you very, very coolly.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us details of promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. My name is Harmony Agbafor, and now to the news in details. The Department of State Services, DSS, has filed cybercrime charges against the convener of the Revolution Now protest, Omoyele Sowore, and 2 others. They are accused of allegedly making false online posts against President Bola Tinubu with the intent to incite public unrest and cause a breakdown of law and order in the country. The charges filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja has X Incorporation and Meta Facebook as 2 other defendants in the 5-count criminal charges. Mr. Sowore was accused of using his official handle page at Yele Sowore to tweet this criminal at official Pebat actually went to Brazil to state that there is no more corruption under his regime in Nigeria. What other city to lie shamelessly? The alleged offending post was made on the 25th of August within the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court. In count 2, Mr. Sowore was said to have on the 26th of August used his Facebook official page to send the same false message out for the purpose of causing a breakdown of law and order in the country, especially among those who hold divergent views on the person of President Bola Tinubu. No data has been fixed for arraignment of the defendants. Party leaders and members of the All Progressive Congress in Oredo local government area on Monday staged a campaign rally in Benin City to support and endorse Comrade Michael Omori as their candidate for the September 20th, 2025 council election. The rally, which attracted party leaders, party faithful, ward executives, youth groups, and women supporters, turned into a carnival of solidarity as Omori was officially presented to the crowd. BeeTv News God's Gift Omone has more.
Gathered at the APC Oredo Ward 3 Secretariat were leaders and supporters of Comrade Michael Omori, the councillorship primaries winner of Oredo Ward 3 for the forthcoming councillorship elections in the state, as elder statesmen pledged their full support and trust in Comrade Michael Omori as a worthy candidate, and noting that Omori's grassroots appeal and long-standing loyalty to the party make him the most credible candidate for the councillorship seat, and trust the people of Oredo Ward 3 will be ably represented.
As one put this man, so if he gets there, he will be able to communicate between the board, the local government chairman, and the governor. We believe, say, when una send up, when una support up, he go there, he go represent una well. He don't go just represent una well, all the good things where they there, he go bring up honor. This man will not bring, no gonna bring him. Now don't know him. Good. What do I go do for our today?
Addressing the cheering supporters, Comrade Michael Omori, APC councillorship candidate for Ward 3, thanked party leaders and members for their confidence in him. He promised to deliver effective representation, focusing on community development, infrastructure improvement, and youth empowerment once elected.
On 20th September, Saturday, one of us come out. When we talk to our brothers and sisters, when we come put the vote, and the vote, what I'll give me, it will attract more development to Oredo Rotiri. Because our state governor, Senator Monday Okpebolo, a grassroots man. Now, man, when we say, in no people will go put for there, we will bridge the bridge between the local government and that of the state.
Highlights of the rally was a solidarity chant, cultural displays, and the symbolic raising of Omoriye's hand by party leaders as a sign of official adoption.
So today, we are giving you this symbol for victory, and victory shall be yours in the name of the Almighty God.
Some supporters at the rally described Comrade Michael Omoriye's endorsement as a victory for the grassroots, stressing that his long-standing commitment to the party and his accessibility to the people make him the right candidate for the councillorship position. They expressed confidence that his emergence will bring effective representation and community-driven development.
People who are serious-minded, people who know what it takes to occupy a particular position, and they know how to use the position for the good of the people.
Everybody say good about him. There is nothing to say right off. He's 100% and he's good to go. We rely on him and we know he will not disappoint us.
Thereafter, the support embarked on a roadshow to showcase ongoing developmental projects of Governor Monday Okpebolo's administration, with Comrade Michael Omoriye highlighting the link between the governor's achievements and the party's vision at the local level. Stakeholders used the opportunity to emphasize Comrade Omoriye's alignment with the governor's agenda, describing him as a key player whose victory will strengthen the party's leadership and ensure continuity of good governance in the local government area. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
The Faculty of Arts, University of Benin, has announced Chief Dan Obi as the chairman of its 50th anniversary celebration, marking a major milestone in the history of the institution. The event is designed to celebrate 5 decades of academic excellence, research impact, and community service. Chief Obi, a prominent Edo leader, is also listed among the distinguished awardees to be recognized during the 2-day Golden Jubilee celebration. The program, according to the organizers, will run from Tuesday 16 September to Wednesday 17 September 2025, featuring lectures, award presentations, and commemorative activities. The faculty's management explained that the recognition of Chief Dan Obi is in appreciation of his outstanding contributions to national development and his long-standing support for educational advancement in the country. It further assured that the 50th anniversary celebration will serve not only as a reflection of the institution's journey since its founding in 1975, but also as a platform to project its future vision of global competitiveness and innovation. campaign train of the All Progressives Congress in Ikpobaoka local government area, led by the Director General of the Campaign Council, Mr. Ayamenkwe Dokpolo, and the party's local government chairman, Mr. Sonny Ogbewe, are on the street of Ikpobaoka to solicit support for the party's councillorship candidates in upcoming by-election. BeeTv News Efosa Agbambi reports that the team visited wards 7 and 8 in the local government. Let's join Best Orator for details.
A councillorship election may be the least in an elected position, yet the leaders of the APC in Edo State are leaving nothing to chance. Here in Ikpobaoka, a campaign committee was set up to lead the campaign that will help to deliver the party's councillorship candidates. The election scheduled for Saturday, September 20, 2025 will be used to fill vacant councillor seats in Ikpobaoka local government area. During a visit to Ward 7 and 8 respectively, the leaders solicited votes for Honorable Godfrey Igbinidu and Honorable Philip Adodo. The campaign was graced by the Okao of Ologbo-Dukedom Aineho, who is also the chairman of APC in the local government area, Chief Emmanuel Iyase. The campaign team led by Director General Mr. Ayamenkwe Dokpolo and the party chairman in the locality, Mr. Sonny Ogbewe, was used to drum up support for the councillorship candidates in the upcoming by-election. The team was joined by Honorable Eric Osawaru, the Ward 10 councillorship candidate, and Edwin Irabo, the committee secretary, and other party leaders. During the visit to Ward 7, Honorable Ayamenkwe Dokpolo and Mr. Sonny Ogbewe expressed gratitude to the members for their support in last year's September governorship election that saw the victory of Senator Monday Okpebholo. They highlighted the developmental progress under the current administration and urged eligible voters to vote for Honorable Godfrey Igbinidu as the councillor for Ward 7 and Honorable Philip Adodo as councillor Ward 8. They said when elected, they will support the state government's development initiative.
Godfrey Omopagbe Igbinidu Emayari Ladia for Ward 7, distinguished chairman of our great party.
He was courageous, he speak truth to power. I believe he will also be courageous enough to speak truth to power. I'm happy that you know your colleagues. After all the 20 years, something will happen in our local government. Let us wait for that time and let us be watching. So I want you to go back to the council there. Join hands with your colleagues faithfully. Work with them so that we can attract the very best in ourselves.
They know their county representative as a councillor with them. Their county, only under Upa me fort at the time where Ukino de Upana or Tasomana me fort. Anguna Gine, Anguna Woda Hoy. Maguzo Wimana, Owayaguzoi, Magu Wima Lele Yado Gua campaign. Baewi Munana or Reward Etobo, Sukma, Bena Way, Waking the Mahativadori, a Bassene, a Mastampe, the Magwe campaign, the Magwe Bobotier, the Nedero, so that it results in there. Miami be one my go. I will reform and no salobo anutazi, no yet in Miami and the Nedero. Anywhere while I will M1, Viewing. Now I am near one more, but the Nedero, Lawo, Wakaka above the boy, your yakin one. Would I wear Ubokba and Muru with 21?
Chief Emmanuel Iyase, the Okao of Ologbo-Dukedom Aineho, and Chairman APC Igbo local government, as well as Honorable Eric Osawaru, the Ward 10 councillorship candidate of APC in Ikpobaoka, also appealed to the people to vote for APC in the coming by-election.
Getting a kid when they loan, no, I hope you were a party man or Rubona. That is just the idea about it. So the situation thereby, I don't miss on selected few I think APC is not known for that. So I can assure you that the one area will not you, they only have me a co, me a won't. I can assure you.
Thank you all for supporting the party during the last governorship election. Let me first start by thanking you for coming out a mass despite the intimidation, the forces from the other party in this world. You came out and you stood firm for the party. So I want to thank you very much. And because of that firmness, because of that decision you took that day, that's why we are here now. And by the grace of God, we know that Godfrey, the councillor nominee for this ward, will do well and represent you well in Jesus' name. Amen. Come on Saturday, like you did September last year. You'll be coming out again en masse to vote for our party, the APC. Because of the good work of the governor, the executive governor of Edo State, Senator Mondo Kwewolo. Since he came on board, other parties in Edo State, they have gone into oblivion. They are hiding because there's no place for them any longer in Edo State because of the good work of the governor, which he promised us during the campaign, which I also came here by extension to also give you the promises from the governor. Today we are seeing it in the Kobaoka that the governor did marvelously well and he's still doing it. Happy to be here again, and we're happy to come and campaign with our brother Godfrey as the councillor nominee of Ward 7. By the grace of God, we know that our party will come out victorious from on Saturday 20th.
On their part, Honorable Godfrey Binidu promised the people of Ward 7 that he would not disappoint them. He pledged to bring the benefits of democracy closer to the communities and to work diligently to support Governor Monday Kwewolo. Honorable Philip Adodo, the councillorship candidate for Ward 8, assured the people that he would deliver on his promises when elected.
To bring a meaningful development within my reach to the people of the great Ward 7.
The campaign and subsequent election is to fill vacant seats across different wards in Edo State. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
You're still watching BeeTv Major News at 6. Do stay with us while we go on a short break.
As the councillorship by-elections hold on September 20th, 2025 in Edo State, we call on the good people of Oedo local government area for the candidates of the All Progressives Congress across the 12 wards of Oedo for them to support the performing governor. Vote Honorable Odua Igbonosun as councillor, Ward 1, Goodluck Imadi, Ward 2, Omowi Iyobosa, Ward 3, Justice Obaraye, Ward 4, Osamuyi Joshua Idiagbonya, Ward 5, Onware Igehon, Ward 6, Engineer Gabriel Iduseri, Ward 7, Festus Glory Obasohan, Ward 8, Reliance Okungbowa, Ward 9, Ihiamati Idahosa, Ward 10, Sir Jonas Enobahari, Ward 11, Comrade Obu Amas Victor, Ward 12. Together, they guarantee growth, progress, and the lasting development for our wards. Announcer, Oedo APC.
My people of Edo State, development is not a miracle. It is the result of responsibility and action. You want good roads, quality hospitals, schools, jobs for our youth? Then you must understand this simple truth. Government cannot perform without your tax. Government will fix schools, build roads, light up communities if the people pay their tax. That's how governance works. It is not about politics. It is about progress. When you pay your tax, you are not helping the government. You are helping yourself. You are helping your family and your future. Don't wait to be chased. Do the right thing. Be part of building the new Edo State. Pay your tax with pride. Let us build Edo together. This message is brought to you by Edo State Internal Revenue Service.
EIRS, Administering Revenue for Service and Development. The government editor cannot do it all alone. For Edo State to be developed, a bottom-up, locally driven process must be adopted. We must elect local government councillors to represent our community's needs and provide local leadership like infrastructure, health, and education. Therefore, as the councillorship by-elections hold on September 20th, 2025 in Edo State,
to elect Honorable Osaro Osa Eribo, JP,
as councillor representing Ward 6, Barrister Loveth Onaiwu Igodaro. Ward 7, Ugbaidi Efosa Mark Anthony. Ward 4, Ugbemudia Okomina. Ward 9, Oborame Agbons Abraham. Ward 1, and Emmanuel Osagi Sydney. Ward 3. They are accessible, reliable, and will be accountable to the people. Signed, Chief Emmanuel Iyase, APC Chairman, Ego Local Government.
Welcome back. Now let's get into more news updates. Director General of the Debt Management Office, Patience Oniha, says reliance on external loans exposes economies to exchange rate risk and refinancing pressures. The Director General, who was represented by the Deputy Director, Miriam Umar, made this known at the closing of the 11th Annual Conference of the West Africa Association of Public Accounts Committees, WAPAC, held in Abuja. BeeTv News Best Orator has the details.
Nigeria's rising debt and its impact on West Africa's stability has again come under the spotlight. Director General of the Debt Management Office, Patience Oniha, noted that the region's public debt has ballooned in the last decade, worsened by the COVID-19 pandemic, while debt service now takes a significant share of revenues. She listed Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and Senegal as the top borrowers.
The debt service cost, which I mentioned earlier, as a result of the global interest rate hike, because the tightening of the monetary policy has led to increase in the cost of borrowing, especially from the domestic sources. Also, there's weak domestic capacity. There's data gaps.
Nigeria's Auditor General for the Federation, Shakai Shira, disclosed that the country's debt stock stood at over 143 trillion naira as of December 2024, made up of both external and domestic components. He said performance audits are underway to ensure funds are put to productive use.
As at 31st December 2024, not audited yet, the public debts of the Federation stood at 143.5 trillion. And out of it, external component of the public debt, 68.8 trillion.
Former lawmaker Nicholas Osai, NUJ FCT chairperson Grace Ike, and others stressed the importance of legislative oversight, media accountability, and sustainable debt management.
Today, you do debt servicing by 70% of your revenue. So how much is left to do infrastructure? Sometimes there was a time in this country where borrowing to pay recurrent expenditure. That's not supposed to be. Borrow to pay recurrent expenditure. At that time, our revenues, 98% was used in servicing debt.
There's need for monitoring and investigative collaboration. We all know investigative journalism is not an easy thing. There's money, funds needs to go in. So we need to also devote time and another platform where we have journalists that will be trained, you know, when it comes to undercover journalism, reporting of that management and public account.
At the end of deliberations, participants underscored fiscal discipline, economic diversification, and stronger oversight as critical to preventing debt from undermining growth and stability in the region. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Governor Dauda Lawal stated that the state is on the path to recovery from various challenges, particularly in the education sector, emphasizing that addressing educational issues is crucial to overcoming the long-standing insecurity and poverty affecting the state. The report.
Communities in Zamfara continue to suffer the brunt of bandits and kidnapping for ransom, a sad development many attributes to poverty and illiteracy. Governor Dauda Lawal at this event aimed at developing the education sector says education combats insecurity and poverty by providing essential skills for better employment and force economic growth. He insists that enrollment in schools and quality education is key to ending the menace. The governor stated this in an official flag-off ceremony for the distribution of over 408,000 instructional and learning materials.
Flag-up is more than handing out books. is about keeping Zamfara on a path of recovery, renewal, and progress through education. It is knowledge that produces skilled farmers, capable doctors, wise leaders, creative entrepreneurs, and responsible citizens. In Zamfara, we cannot afford to neglect this truth. If we wish to overcome insecurity, if we wish to break the chain of poverty, if we wish to give our children a future worth of dignity, then we must return and keep our children in the classroom. I'm pleased to announce the distribution of 408,137 teaching and learning materials procured directly by the Zamfara State Government.
Governor Lawa asks that his administration remains committed to supporting teachers through training and retraining, while thanking them for their support in providing early learning tools to the state.
I must take a moment to commend our teachers. No investment in materials can substitute for the dedication of our teachers who inspires his students day after day. Our administration remains committed to supporting you through training, welfare, and so much more.
Authorities for the Universal Basic Education Commission, Abuja, commended the state government for prioritizing education and assure of continued support to assist in providing quality and affordable education to the people. Freeman Usawe reporting for BeeTv News.
In preparation for Nigeria's 2025 Independence Day celebration, the Tafawa Balewa Square Management Board has reaffirmed its dedication to preserving the nation's rich heritage and honoring its national symbols. The board said that historically, the Tafawa Balewa Square has been a symbol of Nigeria's independence and democracy, where the Union Jack was lowered and the Nigerian flag was hosted for the first time on October 1st, 1960. To restore its current state, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Tafawa Balewa Square Management Board, Lucia Shitu, announced the restoration and beautification of key monuments around the complex.
Symbol for the country, for the nation, and signifies Mr. President's commitment to the entire independence for the nation and to Lagos State for obvious reasons. And so we're delighted to see the speed with which the project will be done. Thank you for sharing the details. Thank you to the Tafawa Balewa Management Board team for your persistence and consistency in making this happen. Nigeria will be hosting the IATF, the International Africa Trade Fair, the largest of its kind on the continent and one of the largest in the world in 2027. And this begins the gentrification of what we're going to see in Lagos State, the improvement in infrastructure, the improvement in facilities. The fair will be hosted at the National Theatre, just a stone's throw, and we expect to have a very different Tafawa Balewa Square by then, which will also be used for part of that trade fair.
Our vision with this partnership is to unify these historic landmarks into a world-class Remembrance Arcade Park and Independence Memorial Obelisk Garden. The redesigned site will serve as a premier tourist destination, offering a variety of activities and experience for all visitors. We are delighted to announce that the formal inauguration will take place on the 7th October 2025. This event will coincide with Nigeria's Independence Day celebrations, ensuring the presence of key stakeholders.
Now let's move on to the business world. The Finance Correspondents Association of Nigeria, FICAN, will host its 2025 annual conference themed Bracing for the Digital Economy in Nigeria, Taxation, Banking and Finance. The event is scheduled to take place in Lagos and will feature key industry regulators and financial executives. Let's now join BeeTv News SOS and we get for more on this and more from the business world.
The conference will have the Executive Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Dr. Zach Adedeji, and the Managing Director of the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation, Mr. Oluwadare Sunday, among its lead speakers. Keynote addresses will be delivered by the Group Managing Director of UBA, Dr. Oliver Alawuba, and the Managing Director of Moneypoint Microfinance Bank Limited, Mr. Babatunde Olofin. Discussions will focus on how financial institutions can align their operations, products, and compliance frameworks with a digital-first economy. Emphasis will be placed on technological adaptation, inclusion, financial system stability, and efficient tax administration. The Nigerian Naira appreciated to 1,497.46 to $1 at the official market on Monday, marking its first return below the 1,500 threshold in over 6 months, according to data from the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Naira closed at 1,497.46 to $1, up from 1,501.49 to $1 in a previous session, a 0.27% gain. Parallel market data also showed the Naira strengthened to 1,535 to $1, reflecting a 0.23% appreciation. Nigeria's agricultural import bill rose to 2.22 trillion naira in the first half of 2025, amid rising concerns from local farmers, millers, and agribusiness stakeholders over policy inconsistencies and challenges facing domestic food production. The increase in import coincides with the federal government directive to crash food prices nationwide, enforced through a Federal Executive Council committee. Farmers have expressed dissatisfaction with their approach, citing lack of subsidies, infrastructure, and policy support as key challenges limiting production capacity. Rising input cost, logistic constraint, and weak purchasing power continue to undermine domestic output. Despite the government's assurances of mechanization and import substitution, stakeholders argue that without immediate support in terms of subsidies, logistics, and stakeholder engagement, Nigeria's dependence on agricultural import will persist, threatening food security and local industry sustainability. And that is a close of the Business News segment. I am Soher Osemeki, reporting for BeeTv News.
Moving on, let's look at the latest update from the global scenes. Robert Redford, the Oscar-winning actor, director, and founder of the Sundance Film Festival, has died at his home in Utah at the age of 89. He rose to fame with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and The Sting, later winning a Best Director Oscar for Ordinary People and leaving a lasting legacy by shaping independent cinema through Sundance. Also, USA's framework for TikTok ownership deal has been agreed with China. The report. Robert Redford, the Oscar-winning actor, director, and founder of the Sundance Film Festival, has died at his Utah home, aged 89, rising to fame with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and The Sting. He later won a Best Director Oscar for Ordinary People and built a lasting legacy through Sundance, which transformed independent filmmaking. Tributes from Meryl Streep, Jamie Lee Curtis, Ron Howard, and others hailed his artistry and influence. Known for his roles in Out of Africa, All the President's Men, and The Way We Were, Redford also directed acclaimed films like A River Runs Through It. An environmental activist as well, he is survived by his wife Sibylle Zagaz and 2 daughters. The US and China have reached a framework deal on TikTok's American operations, with Presidents Trump and Xi expected to finalize it this week. The agreement comes ahead of a deadline for ByteDance to sell TikTok's US arm or face a ban over national security concerns. Oracle is among potential buyers, though questions remain over control of the app's algorithm and US user data. Both sides insist they will protect their interest, while experts warn the deal may not fully resolve security risk. Somali police have arrested 4 TikTok users accused of insulting President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud in a dance video that mocked one of his campaign songs. Authorities said the men who are in custody are awaiting charges violated Somali law by disrespecting national leaders. The case has sparked debate about free expression and social media's role in Somalia, where influencers have previously been jailed for clan insults or immoral content. TikTok remains hugely popular among Somali youth for satire, politics, and business, though the government has repeatedly threatened to ban it over concerns about misinformation, extremism, and erosion of values. And that is all from the global scenes. Harmonia Agbafo reporting for BeeTv News. Let's look to the entertainment scenes. Nigerian content creator and skit maker Gloria Oloruntomensa, popularly known as Maraji, has welcomed her third child. The baby girl was born on Monday, September 15, 2025. Also, Hollywood legend Robert Redford dies at 89. Let's join BeeTv News God's Gift Omone for more news on this and more from the entertainment scenes.
Maraji shared the news via her Instagram account, posting a photo of the newborn's hand. The latest addition to her family comes after the birth of her two sons in April 2022 and January 2024. Following the announcement, social media users extended congratulatory messages celebrating the arrival of her daughter. In another development, Maydi's street performance in Lagos sparked social media reaction. A video of the Nigerian singer Akimayoku Awodumila, professionally known as Maydi, performing in a low-income Lagos neighborhood has gone viral, drawing widespread reactions online. The video shows Maydi performing in front of a small group of young men at an unidentified football pitch. The modest setting, seen as unusual for an artist of his stature, has generated conversation on social media about the singer's current career trajectory. Maydi, known for his hit tracks like Ile Ijo and Ibadi, has previously spoken publicly about industry challenges, including his fallout with former record label Square Records, run by P-Square, and the impact it had on his career. Nigeria singer Tiwa Savage has shared details of a past relationship with a male colleague in the entertainment industry who sought a private relationship with her while simultaneously pursuing other women. In a recent interview, the singer described the relationship as emotionally confusing and disrespectful. She noted that while the colleague insisted on keeping the relationship a secret to avoid public attention, he would also openly interact with other women in her presence. Though she did not reveal the identity of this individual involved, the revelation has prompted speculation amongst fans, particularly in relation to her previously rumored connection with fellow singer Wizkid. Renowned American actor and filmmaker Robert Redford has died at the age of 89. He passed away on September 16, 2025, at his home in Sundance, Utah, surrounded by family. Redford was known for his roles in classic films such as Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid, The Sting, and Out of Africa. Beyond acting, he was also the founder of the Sundance Film Festival and won an Academy Award for Best Director in 1980 for Ordinary People. Redford retired from acting in 2018 after a decades-long career in film. He was previously married to Lola Van Wagenen, with whom he had 4 children. 2 of his children, Scott and James, predeceased him. He is survived by his daughters, Sona and Amy. The family has requested privacy during this time. And that is it from the entertainment world. God's Gift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's the size of our news package for the evening. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6. My name is Harmonia Agbafor, and good night.